Yo, there is no sports news. So I usually try to get the podcast up like on Fridays. It is Sunday. We got the promo on your screen here. For all the audio downloads, if you want to download the audio, just go to the Buzzsprout link on your screen here, and it'll take you to all of your favorite platforms to listen to the audio version of this podcast if you are seeing the video version. If you are already listening to this on the audio version, you already know what to do. We are in the middle of, first of all, we're in the middle of a heat wave. In Ohio, it's a heat wave, bro. So it's like 90 today. It's supposed to be 95. So there's that. But then there's no sports news, bro. Like I'm gonna read you like the top headlines just on ESPN. Like it's college baseball. Pat Connaughton of the Bucks is the top NBA story besides the finals. Pat Connaughton picks up option with the Bucks. Golf, um, WNBA. There's just the sports news is dry. It's real dry. Like we got golf as the top stories out here, and I like golf, but you know, baseball and NFL and NBA is about to end. There is no NFL. All we got is baseball. It took me forever to get this little podcast together. And the stories aren't all that interesting, but let's run through them anyway. That's what we're here for. Thanks for everybody who's listening, however you're listening. Um, I started an X account or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, just under Burb Jones. Just how you see, you can just search for Burb Jones. It'll have the logo up there, and then I still put the highlights on 345 on 345 Sports Talk on TikTok. Sorry, I got too many social medias, bro. I can't keep track of all this shit. The TikTok does well. The X account I'm trying to build up, which seems to do good at building up. The the Facebook account I had doesn't build up well. Um, so there's all that. Okay, let's get into this. So, Game 7 of the NBA Finals is tonight. The Thunder got trounced in Game 6 in Indiana. You remember when I said a while ago when um, I think Indiana lost to New York or whatever, I said that sometimes a team wants to win on their home court. I'm not saying the Thunder lost on purpose, but sometimes a team would rather close out a series on their own home court. Um, I think Indiana's going to give it a big, big fight tonight. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they magically pull off some sort of upset. But on the Thunder's home court, man, these dudes are going to put everything they got on the line out here, and it's just too heavy for me to not pick the Thunder in a Game 7. I completely understand that they just got destroyed in Indiana, but that was Indiana. Um, and that's like the Pacers losing in New York and then coming back to it's just not the same. So if OKC gets off to a good start, I don't think the Pacers are going to be able to win. Now I will say Rick Carlisle is a better coach. So if he can defend SGA like he had SGA like he defended it like they defended SGA in Game 6, then they might stand a chance. You got to make somebody else score the ball besides SGA. He only had 21 points. SGA at 21 is low for SGA. He averages 32. So 21 is low. If you can do that again, then the Pacers can win. It's the defense on SGA and Williams. Williams had 16. He's been dropping like 30. So defend them too, and you can win. But that's a tall task you're asking for, especially at home. Them boys are about to go hard as hell at home. The Pacers another great team effort. 20 points from Obi Toppin. That dude is just the glue. He does everything, scores, defense. He's just a great six man. The Pacers they have to play team ball and they have to play team defense like they did on SGA, and then they can win this game. I'm not sitting up here saying this game is unwinnable in OKC by the Pacers. hell, I'd probably put a little bit of money on the Pacers money line because you know how they are with their last minute comebacks. All I'm saying is that I don't think OKC was interested in winning in Indiana, and I think they're going to be a lot more interested come tonight because we got a Game 7 in OKC, and that's all I really got to say about that. We'll be back next podcast to talk about the actual winner of the NBA Finals. If the Pacers win, I win some money, and I was trying to look at a way to hedge it. I have the Pacers winning the series 4-3. And so if they win, the Pacers will win the series 4-3. I win $175. So I already have money on that. I don't have to put no money on the Pacers money line because I already have that. I took it a month ago. But what's funny is I was trying to find a way to hedge it. And you can't really hedge it because $175, the OKC money line is minus 285. You can't hedge that. I would have to put up like $200 something, which is more than the payout. So it's impossible to hedge. So if the Pacers win, I get $175. If the Pacers lose, I get nothing. On to the next topic. Game 7 tonight, man. Gonna be a banger for sure. Gonna be a banger for sure. What time is it? When is Game 7? Oh, 8 p.m. tonight. Game 7 on ABC, isn't it? Whatever channel it's on. Y'all know what channel it's on. Okay, so we got Shedeur Sanders with speeding tickets. You're probably like, oh, why the hell does this matter? First of all, it matters because sports news is dry and this is the damn news. Second of all, it matters for a lot of reasons. Dan Graziano gives a lot of good reasons why getting speeding tickets at 101 miles per hour matters. He explains it very well. And it's almost the exact thoughts that I have. So I'm going to play him, and then I'm going to give you the thoughts that I have. Okay. You know what, ESPN, bro? Like, do you want me to watch the ad again? Is that the... Okay. Here we go. So here's Graziano.
Underrate the alleged infraction. People want to say it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. You're driving around greater Cleveland, Ohio at 100 miles an hour. You could literally kill someone, and that's not being dramatic. Henry Ruggs was in the news this week on special release talking to try and convince people to help them avoid the tragic mistake that he made. Now, that said, you don't want to sit here and be a scold either. He's 23 years old. I have sons that are almost that age. I know for a fact that young men that age do dumb things. Doesn't make them bad people. Doesn't mean he should be cut. Doesn't mean anything like that. If you're the Browns, you're sitting with Shedeur Sanders and you're saying, look, man, you can't do this. When you're out in the community, you represent us. You represent our franchise. Everything you do matters, reflects on us as coaches, as a front office, as your teammates. So that's part of what they're giving him at this point. The question is, of course, does he learn from it going forward? And as it pertains to his standing on the football team and in the NFL, the thing people have to remember, he's a 5th round pick. Not every 5th round pick makes the team. He has to perform at a high level, and in that situation, you don't get a lot of rope in terms of what the organization, what the league will put up with in terms of your behavior away from the facility. So hopefully he's learning from this and the mistakes won't be repeated, and he can focus on just trying to make the team and be the...
Okay, so here's what I have to say about what he just said. I agree with him for almost all of that. Being a 5th round pick, it's Shedeur Sanders, man. They're not gonna. I don't think he's in any danger of being cut. The guy's gonna bring them money by sitting on the bench just because of the amount of jerseys and shit he's gonna sell. So him being cut is just an afterthought. He should play. He needs to play well, but the guy has too many eyes on him for the Cleveland Brown franchise for him to be cut. But anyways. Dan is right in the fact that what he's doing is dumb. Have fun. I'm 41 years old. I have a daughter that's his age. Have fun. Sure, you're young. Have fun. Have fun in a different way, bro. Driving 101 miles an hour is really dangerous. You get in a wreck. You hurt somebody. Then you are in all kinds of issues with the league, your fan base, the town, the city of Cleveland. You know, have fun in a different way. You know, driving over 100 miles on public roads is not really the way you should be having fun. No one is telling you not to have fun. None of the of us older, you know, none of the middle-aged older crowd out here is saying don't have fun. Dude, have lots of fun. Don't don't drive around at 101 miles per hour type of fun. That's all I have to say about this. I don't think anybody should really look too deep into this. I don't think that this is like a reason for any of the Cleveland fans to be upset with him. He's young. He got caught speeding. We've all done that before. No one got hurt. But he needs to find another way to have fun, bro, because that ain't it. Driving 100 miles an hour around town, you hit somebody that's innocent, and that's it. You're gonna be facing charges. Not just have people mad at you. You're gonna be facing charges because they would love to put you behind bars or running over somebody driving 100 miles 1 mile per hour. So, you know, just find another way to have fun. That's all I gotta say about the Shedeur Sanders getting speeding tickets. We all get speeding tickets. No one's, you know, I'm not gonna hold no grudges over the man getting speeding tickets. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. But he needs to find a different way. The man is rich. You can have fun in many different ways. If you want to go fast, get on a roller coaster or something. I don't know, bruh. Go to a race and see if one of them drivers will drive you in their car. I don't know, bruh. But speeding on the roads is not it, and that's I stand by that opinion. And I like Shedeur. Rafael to the Giants. This happened last week. Rafael Devers to the Giants. We all knew it was coming. Rafael was disgruntled at the beginning of the season. Didn't want to. First of all, this is basically considered a fumbled player by the Red Sox for most people. Red Sox fans don't seem to be too happy about it. The Giants fans seem to be very happy about it. But you know, Devers had the first mistake was bringing. Well, I don't want to say mistake because Bregman is good, but bringing in Bregman, giving him third base, telling Devers he can't have third base no more. Okay, Bregman's better defensively. Okay, well you paid a guy $300 million and now you made him angry, and then you put him at DH, which he was hitting well when you traded him. You swept the Yankees and win the trade because of the disgruntled relationship with the managers and whatnot, and so. And then you get into it with him because you tell him to play first base and he doesn't want to play first base. He doesn't want to DH. He wanted to play third base and you gave it to Bregman. So, which a lot of Red Sox fans I see online saying they're happy Bregman has it. He's a better defender and Devers needs to go on with his life. And they definitely sent Devers on with his life. My problem is the return for Boston. Them couple of pitchers, they got Hicks and Harrison, I think it was. Let's see what they got. I believe that's what it was Kyle Harrison or something. Dang, how long is this freaking article until they get with the actual. Anyways, yeah, the Red Sox got two pitchers. And neither pitcher is really that good. Now, if one of them got sent down, if he turns into something great. But Devers is worth way more than them two pitchers, which shows you that the relationship was so bad that they just wanted him out of here. And Rafael Devers is not a guy that you just take peanuts for. I feel like Boston took peanuts for him. They didn't even get any good hitters. They didn't even get a guy to replace him in the lineup. So that's my thing here. You should have got two pitchers, a guy, some sort of batter to that's capable of hitting. It seems like they just wanted to rush him out of there. And so, just like the Steelers did with George Pickens, they didn't really get nothing worth a damn in return, and they just rushed him out of there because of these coaches are having bad relationships with players and telling front office to get them out of here, and they're getting them out of here so fast that they're getting a bag of chips in return. because Boston ain't getting nothing worth Rafael Devers in return. You're about to march Jordan Hicks out there and pitch, and you feel like that's a good return for Devers? That's wild. So yeah, here it is. Devers to the Giants for Kyle Harrison and Jordan Hicks and an outfield prospect. So not even anybody that's really ready to play right at the moment, except for Jordan Hicks, who's a bullpen guy. You traded Rafael Devers, and currently your return is a bullpen player. So that's not good GMing in my opinion, and that is my segment on this. Ooh, this podcast is long, 15 minutes. And you can see here that the Giants and Red Sox, so the reason I have this up is because the Giants and Red Sox series, you can't see it on the screen if you are in audio, but the Giants-Red Sox series is very interesting. The Red Sox taking game 1 and the Giants taking game 2. Devers did hit a home run yesterday, but also Devers is 1 for 9 in this series, so it's not like he's pounding the Red Sox. Devers is 1 for 9. So it could be nerves, just playing his old team. He did hit a home run yesterday. It was a 2-run homer. But besides that, he is 1 for 9 in the series, and the series is tied. And the last game is today at 4:05 p.m. if you want to see him play against his old team. That is all I got on Devers. Don't forget the NBA draft is on Wednesday. And there's like mock drafts here. I'm not really gonna go too far into this. Cooper. There's a bunch of different mock drafts from different sports companies. ESPN, The Ringer, The Athletic, all put up their own mock draft. Yahoo Sports, everybody's Cooper Flag going first. Ron Harper's son is second on almost every one of these. Dylan Harper, a lot of people expect Dylan Harper to go second, and that is to the Spurs. That Spurs team is going to be all right. A lot of people have Ace Bailey going third or fourth. So I'm not familiar with the VJ Edgecombe guy. I'm not familiar with him. I try to watch as much college basketball as I can, but between doing this and watching all the professional, it's hard, man. We're going to get out of here, and we're going to get back in here after the NBA Finals, and we'll see what dry sports news we can dig up. Promos on your screen for the people watching the actual video. And that's it, man. We out of here. It's hot as all hell. I got to go mow the lawn. I'd rather roll in traffic. We gone. Skrr, skrr.